What's up, guys? I'm sorry I look so rough. Like my hair is like falling out and whew. I just woke up from a nap because last night my body decided that 2:30 a.m. was a good time to go to bed. And when you wake up at 4 a.m., that's awful. But I couldn't help it. I tried everything. You know when you're laying in bed and you like try this way and then you roll over and try this way. Then you try your leg like in the covers, then you try like out of the covers. I did all of that and nothing worked. So I just had to wake up and drink some caffeine and pray for the best. But I feel like I'm talking so quiet. I think I'm still asleep, to be honest with you guys. But I'm here. And I told myself I was gonna film today, so I'm going to film today. I wish I could like do this as a live chat and just let you guys ask me questions, because I don't know if I have it in me to come up with stuff for you guys. Alrighty, let's do this. One thing I thought about talking to you guys a little bit about today is that I have been working again quite a bit at the coffee shop. So if you are not familiar with our story, my husband Casey and I own a coffee shop. Oh wait, own two coffee shops in a small town in Idaho. One's been open for 6 years. The other one we opened in April. We have around 42 employees currently, although we just lost a few, so it's probably more like 40. Because we do shift work, we do need all those employees. I've had a few people on here kind of like judge me or laugh or think like, how in the world do you have so many employees? But basically, you know, we have different shifts that go throughout the day. So 5 in the morning until 11. We have another person, there's 2 people that do that. A third person comes in at 7, goes till 11. We have more people that go from 11 to 3, like 2 more people. So you just need a constant stream of people. And then you have to factor in the point that like people need vacation, have daycare, have college, have all these scheduling needs. So you do need quite a packed staff in order to be successful and not have to cover everyone's shifts for them. But to be honest, that's what I've been doing lately. So we lost a couple of people. Look at my hair. I'm not even gonna apologize, guys. Be on here for the content, not because of how I look today, okay? We've had a few people who have moved on to other jobs or gone back to college, or have just had like more restrictive schedules since school has started with their children. And so because of that, both of my managers at both the stores asked if I could fill in a little bit more than normal. So I've been working quite a bit in store. And topic of today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the pros and the cons to owning the business and working in the business, and then owning the business and not working in the business. Here's what I have noticed. If I own a business and I work at the business every single day as almost an employee, right? So like my shift today was from 7 in the morning and then I got off at 11. So 4-hour shift, pretty easy, right? Except that I couldn't sleep. So I went in, I worked just like any other employee. I was on the schedule, literally just like any other employee today. And what I like about doing that, you guys, is that I can go in, I can work side by side with my employees. So I get to watch them steam their milk, pull their shots. I help them with drink recipes when they struggle. I can witness how their customer service is going and give them tips and pointers. Also, I just feel like when the boss is there, that everyone's just kind of on their best behavior. So in that respect, it's great for me to work an actual shift. What stinks about it is that if I am there working an actual shift, I try my best to not be on my cell phone. I try not to work on other stuff that the business requires. There is so much that goes on behind the scenes of owning a business that people don't see, especially if you're trying to bring out like new products, new ideas. There's just so much. My dad once told me, my dad owns businesses as well. My dad once told me that a well-run front side of a business is because of a well-run backside. So whenever you walk into a business and it looks great, it's clean, they have awesome merchandise, they have fun new ideas, it's not necessarily all because of the front end work, it's because someone on the back end is doing their job really well. And then that carries into the front end of the business. So what's been hard is that, we try to encourage our employees not to be on their cell phones, not to be distracted. Their sole focus should be on working. And so if I'm sitting there working a shift, then I can't answer emails, I can't post on our social media, I can't be working on like ordering new products or taxes or any of that kind of stuff because I am working the shift. And then when I have days like last night where I couldn't sleep, I get off work and I take a nap. And so that kind of just screws up my whole day. So today when I got off work, I ran home and I had a few online orders from our website that I needed to fulfill. And so I got those done and then promptly took a 3-hour nap. And now it's 6 p.m. in the afternoon and my whole day is gone. So that's kind of like a few of the pros and a few of the cons of actually going in and working the shifts at the coffee shop. One other thing I guess I should mention is that the employees love it and the customers love it when you're there. I think it's really cool, especially if you live in a smaller town, that your customers see your face in there every day. Our coffee shop was named after me. My name's Bree and our coffee shop's called Barista. So it's just kind of fun for people to see me, not in like a conceited way, but just because they like to see the face of the business. I hope you guys understand that, right? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say by that. And I think that when you're the owner and you're in there a lot, you're just going to catch a lot more stuff that you wouldn't see if you weren't in there. Cleanliness, people just kind of standing around, or customer service, like if you're there more, it's going to make your business, it's going to make the business the best that it can be. However, here is one of the biggest downsides that I have found if I'm there all the time. Your employees and your management will start to rely on you a lot. My sock slipped off while I was sleeping. Your management and your employees are going to rely on you because you're always there. So little silly stuff that you pick up, like this is just, I'm just throwing stuff out here, right? Let's say like getting toilet paper and paper towels and restocking the shelves with shirts and cups. Okay, those are like 4 little tiny things, right? Little things that don't really make a huge difference, but at the end of the day, if you're out of paper towels, your customers have no toilet paper, no cups are stocked on the shelves, people can't buy them, it does end up making an impact on your business. Can you guys hear Chloe eating? Oh, I love her. Anyways, if that stuff is making an impact on your business, but you're just taking care of it without telling anyone, you just kind of do it, you just get it done. What happens if you're not there? Let's say you go on vacation, or let's say you no longer schedule yourself on the schedule. That kind of stuff slips beneath the cracks. And then your business lacks, and then you as an owner get frustrated because you look at your management or your employees and you're like, you guys, why didn't you stock the cups and the shirts on the shelves? We've been out of these forever. They're sitting right in the back room. Why didn't anyone go out there and do this? But because you always took care of it and never made it a big deal, it's easy for your employees to not even think about it because it just happened. It just poof. It's like when your mom used to do your laundry for you as a kid, and then all of a sudden you became an adult and now you have to do your own laundry. There's no laundry fairy. And so that's something that I have learned the hard way through the business, is that the more that I take on myself, if I'm going to be absent from the business for any reason, vacation or just taking time off or just stepping back, your employees and your management are less trained for how they should handle that kind of stuff. So just be careful of that. I would say one thing that I've learned to do is that, and it feels lazy in the moment because you're like, I could easily just change this out. But one thing I do is I either will say, hey guys, I noticed that all these cups are out. I'm going to go ahead and fill them right now, but in the future, I'd really like you guys to keep an eye on this and make sure that these are filled. And then I do it. I don't ever just do it silently. Or I will straight up just ask them, hey guys, I just was over there and I noticed that all the cups are low on the shelves. Can you please take a moment and go fill up all of those? So that I'm making them actually do the action. So super important things that I'm so not great at sometimes, because my personality type wants to just take over everything myself. Ooh, a 1-800 number is calling me. Do you guys get spam calls like all day, every day? And why at 6 o'clock at night? Like, this is my personal time, guys. Okay, I just thought of something else exciting to share with you guys that we are doing at the coffee shop now. I don't want to show you guys anyone's like true scores, but what we have begun doing is quarterly evaluations on all of our employees. So this is a form that they fill out. And they also have to take a quiz. And so what the quiz has on it is just a few questions on our policies, things like dress code, cell phone policy, when they need to request time off. And then it also on the quiz has questions like drink recipes, measurements for what goes in the drinks, questions about milk steaming, how hot we steam our milk. So it's kind of fundamental, and it's also policy driven. And the reason that we like to do that quiz is because sometimes when people work for you for 6 months, a year, 2 years, just little stuff falls through the cracks again. And they just kind of forget what they were taught because they trained so long ago, and bad habits can develop along the way. And so for us, it's just a good time for us to have them sit down, take a little quiz. We keep it in their employee folder. That way, if we ever had an issue with an employee or we were dealing with like discipline, we could pull out their folder and just kind of show them that, you know, let's say they failed their quarterly evaluation quiz. And so because of that, you know, we might have to move on to a new employee, something like that. So here's just a few things that are on this quarterly evaluation that I love. We do these January, April, July, and October, so every quarter. What we do is we have a scale of 5 to 1 for each category, 5 being excellent, 1 being unsatisfactory. So here's just a few things that are on it. Reliability, punctuality, communication, appearance, dress code, overall attitude, interaction with coworkers, accepts constructive criticism well, customer service, focus, job knowledge, creativity, and drink suggestions, orderliness and like cleanliness at their station, drink consistency, ice levels, correct syrups and sauce, milk texture, and milk temperature. I just read out the whole thing to you guys. There you go. You're welcome. You are welcome. Use that. Anyway, so that exhausted me. What all those categories do is they allow us to really evaluate each employee one-on-one. We circle it and then we write comments over on the side, and then we can go through their evaluation one-on-one with the employee, and we can really talk through all the things that they did well to give them praise because they deserve it. And then we can talk about things that they are struggling with and how we can help them as management. It really is nice because it forces my 2 managers, I have 2 managers, 1 for each store, really forces them to pay attention to every employee and really focus on what we could improve, because we're only as good as our weakest link. And so anytime that we can help employees with little stuff like that, we will. And then in the end, we win because we are able to help improve those employees, and then we can focus on making our company even better. And then the last thing that we have them do on their review is on the back page. I have them, the employee themselves, anything that scored a 3 or less, they have to write their own comments down. We left a big section for them. They have to write how they're planning to improve on those categories. And so it brings up a great conversation between our managers and the employees. They can sit there and go over how they want to improve and their personal goals. And so then what we do at the next evaluation, so this one was in October, the next one will be in January, is we'll bring this one from October to the meeting, and they will be able to compare their scores from one section to another, and they can go over those goals that they wrote, and they can see if they felt like they upheld their goals. And it's just been a really cool thing for us. They take a lot of time, I won't lie. And sometimes anytime actually that you open someone up to criticism, it can cause them to become a little defensive. No one likes to be told that they're not doing a good job. And so that part is a little bit difficult to navigate around, but yet it makes us a better company. And so I'm so glad that we're doing these. And I'm excited to see how they affect us as a company. It'll be really good. What else do you guys want to know? I wish you guys were live. I wish you guys could talk to me. I just really wanted to post a video for you guys today because I know that it's been a little bit. And the reason that it's been a little bit is because I have been working so much. And by the time I get off work and get home and look like this, I just really don't want to pull up the camera. So I'm sorry for that. My podcast is live. I will post it down in the link for you guys below. So if you saw my last video, I was a guest on a podcast for the first time, and now the podcast is live. So now you guys can go listen if you'd like. I told some cool stories, kind of talked about like my history in becoming an entrepreneur, some really tough lessons that I've learned as a business owner, and then just kind of some suggestions for like dealing with employees and all that jazz. So I have some exciting stuff in there if you guys would like to know. It is a little bit long. It's an hour long, as most podcasts I feel like are. So make sure you guys have plenty of time if you're gonna watch that. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. I need to go answer a few emails before we watch the Yankees game here soon. It's been a little bit of a frustrating series if you guys are Yankees fans against the Astros, but I'm hoping tonight we can turn it around. It would be good for my household because my husband's a huge Yankees fan. So I'm gonna hop off. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have questions, comments, anything like that, please leave them down below for us. One last thing, we have been doing a ton of mentoring sessions and Casey and I do love them. If you guys are interested in doing a mentoring session with us to learn more about how to start your own coffee shop, I will post our email below. Just send us an email and we will set something up for you guys. These sessions do cost money just because of our time and the information we're giving to you guys. However, they have been super helpful. We've made some great connections with people and we've been able to answer a lot of questions for those who are wanting to start their own coffee shop. And that's been really rewarding for the two of us. So again, if you're interested in those, hit up the email below and I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. Thanks for everything, guys. We'll see you soon.